Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your boy, Otaku Music Revolutionary, Chaos Network, and I'm here to break down to you guys the Otaku Revolution merch. Batch 2 is out now on my website, chaosnetworkmusic.com/merch. $30 for a shirt, $40 for a hoodie. Let's get it. I'm finna break down how it all came to be right now in this video.
Anime Nation, Otaku be patiently waiting. Look like the world needs some changing. Beginning all operations. Anime Nation, Otaku be waiting. Bringing in changes, continuing invasion. I call up the nation, they racing. I know they've been patiently waiting. I know they've been safe in this haven. This world is ours for the taking. Anime Nation, let me tell you what that stands for. We build this up before our kinfolk. They need an outlet for the end goals. Watch us coming to your town. We'll show you how we get down. We watch anime by the pound. We not studying for the ground. I practice this like a religion.
All right, guys. Otaku Revolution merch. I'm finna break it down to y'all right now how it came to be. So, when I first got started in my career, my music career in 2013, in 2014, I had dropped a video on my YouTube, which it should still be up. It's called Otaku Revolution, the intro, and it's where I explain my whole career, like what am I doing, the music, the reason for it, you know, and what is my mission, what is my purpose for all that I'm doing. So I had said that there was fronts, like it was like battle fronts, how I like to dub it, of things that's going on in the world that I'm fighting against, and so that's what the revolution part is alluding to. So it's this revolt against things that are going on that we consider normal or that are happening, and honestly I feel like it shouldn't be, you know. And so I'm like counterculture, and that's what otaku is anyway at its heart. It's counterculture. So whatever is the norm, we don't do that over here, you know. So I had said in that video that I was revolting against the rap industry or the music industry, and how all this commercialized music has this formula to it, and all the sex, money, and drugs. That topic of discussion stays at every music, and like every song that you hear, like that's the only music that they promote and push. But there's all these other songs out here and artists out here that are trying to push other messages, and they don't get enough shine or don't get any shine because of the messages that they promote, which is positivity, usually, you know. So I was revolting against the music industry and their commercialized music, more so rap, because that's what I do, you know, I rap. And then I was revolting against the rap industry or the rap culture, hip hop culture in general, and how it's glorified, all of our struggles and all of our trauma, and how it gets monetized and packaged and sold, and all of these, you know, graphic scenes that we see with, you know, like twerking and all this explicitness. It all still goes back to the sex, money, drug topic, and how it falls right into hip hop culture, and that's supposed to be hip hop culture. That's not just hip hop culture. Like it's a very, very small blip in what hip hop culture is and what black culture is, because all of that is people are starting to make it seem like that's all we do. You know, no, that's not all we do. So I was revolting against the rap industry and rap culture in general, and how everybody glorifies sex, money, drugs, and this negative and derogatory and demeaning, you know, like lifestyle. Like it's degrading. It's self-sabotaging, you know. So the Otaku Revolution was also meant to, you know, push another type of lifestyle, you know, or at least incorporate some more, and not have it be just all straight sex, money, drugs. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm a grown man, so I'm all up for, you know, getting my little do in, you know, and having me some fun or whatever. But to make that your life, like to make that your priorities, I don't know about that one. So I was revolting against the music industry and their commercialized rap. I was revolting against the rap industry and the rap culture and what they glorify and promote. And then I was revolting against the anime community, because a lot of, and not even just the anime community, you can also throw in the Japanese community, because a lot of Japanese, as well as anime folks all over the world, have a misconception about otaku. So now otaku has been bashed for like 3 decades now, 4 decades, still to this day, even with all of this information out and people like myself showing you what the lifestyle is really about, because I did my research back in college. I sat down and I actually did a research paper on it, 13 pages, you know, for my humanitarian class. And I went and had an interview with a couple of otaku scholars, and I read through their academic books on otaku culture. And what I gathered was otaku was only meant to be somebody who was passionate about something. The first and second generation otaku, all they did was they got up and met with each other on occasion, and they had clubs and schools and stuff like that, but they all just loved like anime, manga, sci-fi, you know, like tech, you know, things that most of the populace weren't so heavily focused on. But that was what they did. That's what they loved. And that's all otaku ever was just doing what you love and being passionate about it being your lifestyle. So there's a lot of people that say because those people were antisocial, and some consider them introverts and stay at home only folks, like they never left their house, which was true for a lot of otaku, but not all otaku. There was otaku even back then that still went out. Of course, they still had to interact with the public, and they had friends, and you know, it was just a minimal amount of interaction because they had what they was focused on. They was just, you know, engaged in what they loved, you know. So to bash somebody for that is weird. You know, there's a lot of introverts out here. There's a lot of people out here that don't want to socialize like that. And now with what COVID has brought, you know, that showed everybody that everybody was feeling like that, you know. So that everybody got to feel what it's like to not interact with nobody for a while. You know, now you got to really sit with yourself and find yourself. And that's what otaku have already done, find themselves in whatever it is that they're passionate about and love. So I was revolting against the anime community because I've been fighting with so many anime fans on the internet for years about what otaku means versus weeaboo, or just otaku in general, and is it negative, is it positive, you know. So I'm here to tell you that it's a positive thing, and I'm showing you. I'm a living proof, you know. I am that example. So that's what Otaku Revolution stands for, is all these revolts that I'm having against all of these different situations in the world. And so this Otaku Revolution merch is actually really special. Very powerful message here, you know. And then, of course, my music also helps break this down. So there's a lot of ways for you to feel empowered when you put on this shirt or this hoodie. And then, of course, I got other designs coming. You know, this is just a start. But thank you all for supporting it and helping me get it off the ground, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still new to the merch scene, but I definitely have a vision for putting us in drip. You know, I want us to be dripped out. You see, I'm coming. You already know how I'm coming. It's your boy, Chaos Network, Otaku Music Revolutionary. I hope you enjoyed this video. I got more coming, more breakdowns of everything that I'm doing. So be in touch. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm more active on Instagram. And check out the music on all streaming platforms. Shout out the label, Otaku Nation Records, and we coming. Let's get it. 2022, baby.